This episode of WhysAdvice is sponsored by Health IQ, an insurance company that helps health-conscious people like runners, cyclists, weightlifters, and vegetarians get lower rates on their life insurance. Go to healthiq.com/DAG to support the show and see if you qualify.
FatDag is a Weight Watchers leader in Indianapolis, Indiana. However, the views and opinions expressed during this podcast are his own. They do not represent the views of Weight Watchers. And now, here's your host and wingman, FatDag.
I am your host, FatDag, and you're listening to WhysAdvice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at FatDag.com and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at WhysAdvice. Send in your comments, your questions, your celebrations. I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. That's right. I believe in you. Welcome to episode 165. Thank you once again for being here. It's truly an honor to walk this journey with you. It amazes me. We're live on Facebook, live on Instagram, live on YouTube. You can catch the show most evenings live. Visit FatDag.com, click on the event calendar. That is the best way. I get probably the number one text comment question I get is, when is the next podcast? When are you going to go live? And I tell you, I update the website once I know. So if the website doesn't say it, it means I haven't made the decision as when I'm going to do it. Twitter will automatically let you know the second that I make up my mind. Twitter will remind you 15 minutes before, and Twitter will remind you when I go live. So twitter.com/WhysAdvice will take you there. And so you never have to ask. You just simply go to fatdag.com, you look at the calendar, you log into Twitter, you look at the WhysAdvice account. Those two things are the best way for you to find out when I'm going live. And I promise you, the second I know, Twitter is the next person to know. So thank you for being here. I opened the show before asking folks on Facebook to send in some comments and questions, and then I also posted a question in the Wise Wingman Facebook group, and I want to share that with you real quick before we get started. I simply said, nothing more. Just enter your total weight loss. I asked the Wise Wingman Facebook group. There's a group of about 3,000 of us in there. WhysWingman.com will launch you into that. And as of about an hour ago, it's 437 responses. Melanie says I'm down 48. Melissa says I'm down 73. Ann says 40.6. Sandra says I'm down 17. Beth says I'm down 21.6. Louisa says 22. Ellen says 64.4. Nancy says I'm down 70. Pam says 20.8. May says 61. Doreen says 30. Pamela says 40. Marcia says 55. Caroline says 24.2. Kristen says 10.8. Joanne says 40. Georgine says 20. Stephanie says 97. Megan says 18.5. Jennifer says 38. You get the picture? Kathy says 65. Sharon says 49. Brandy says 80. Becky says 67. Tammy says 62.8. Folks, do you understand what's happening here? There is a whole planet of people who are getting it done, who've proven that this is possible. Teresa says 43. Leanne says 67. Stephanie says 150 pounds. Folks, this is absolutely doable. Christy says 168 pounds. Jody says 54. This 437 comments that in about an hour of folks who just simply said that that's what they're doing, is they're getting it done. It's an amazing group. Visit the Facebook group, WhysWingman.com. Join us in there. It's an amazing group of folks. We stay completely focused on our mission. We stay completely focused on the journey. Because that is what's important. Man, I tell you, I'd love to go through and add up those numbers, but there's 437 comments. I know there's probably someone who will add it up, and Lee, I'm counting on you to do that for me. But let's go ahead and open up the show. Mary out of California writes in and says, Dear FatDag, I'm writing to you today to let you know that I'm celebrating a 20% weight loss. I'm very close to goal, so you can expect to hear from me again soon. Some advice to anyone who needs it. Remember to have some fun with this, have some laughs, make some connections, try some new recipes. This is not a punishment. It is self-care, and you deserve it. Thanks for celebrating with me, Mary. Mary, congratulations on your 20% weight loss. It's amazing work. Pure and simple, absolutely amazing. It's focus. It is you saying you want this. It's you saying you're going to get it done. It's you making the decision every single day to give it your best effort, whatever your best effort for the day is. You're very close to goal. I can't wait until you get there, and I can't wait to hear your email and read your email when it comes in. I absolutely love, I pulled your email out because the piece I loved in the middle of it is when you said, here's some advice to anyone who needs it. I'm going to read it again because remember to have some fun with this, have some laughs, make some connections, try some new recipes. But the most important thing you said was, this is not a punishment. It's self-care, and you deserve it. That sums up this whole thing. It's so true. It's such a great point that what we're doing here is we're just living a new lifestyle. We're not punishing ourselves for living a previously different lifestyle. We're not trying to game the system. We're just completely reinventing ourselves. We're finding a new way to live. We're finding a new way to be healthy. We're just trying to make sure that we enjoy this. You absolutely have to go with the punches. You got to roll with it. You got to laugh. You got to try new things. But it's not a punishment. It's a celebration. What an amazing celebration when you're down 20% and you just completely take care of yourself. The whole goal for all of this stuff that we do is for us to put ourselves in a better mindset, for us to be healthy, to get into a better place and just really start focusing on us. That's the first and most important thing is you got to put you first in your calendar. It is self-care. And by you following this plan or whatever plan you want to follow to just prove to yourself to get healthier, that is what we consider self-care. That's how you continue to smile as you go through. On the days that the scale doesn't reward you for all the hard work that you're doing, have some fun with it. Smile. Know that you're still continuing to choose and make good choices. You're still mentally in the game, and you are absolutely getting it done. So, Mary, great advice that you've given. Congratulations. I'm honored to celebrate with you. That's what we do here. This whole show is about celebrating with you. We opened the show with a whole bunch of celebrations, and then you kicked it off with a 20% weight loss. Way to go. Way to get it done. Thanks for writing in your email. Sharon out of Staten Island, New York writes in. She says, Hi, Mike. I would like to start out thanking you for your inspirational voice. You continue to guide and inspire me with your words and your actions. Also, a huge shout out to the Wise Wingman Facebook group who are always there to offer support and love 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Sharon from Staten Island from episode 140, Greyhound 23 on Connect. I was moving right along on my journey down 133 pounds since August of 2016. After a lifetime of trying, I was getting close to goal. I was finally going to do this. I was going to succeed. I was 21 pounds from goal. It was finally going to happen. I was ready. I am ready. My head was already there. So, 21 pounds from goal at Thanksgiving, and here we are, January 16th, and I can't break through. Up 2 pounds, down 1. Every day, the same thing. I'm starting to feel numb to it. A dull kind of acceptance, except for mornings like today when it outrages me. I'm doing the program. I track everything. I measure everything, even the 0-point foods. I do not overeat 0-point foods. I have tried rolling over points. I've tried using all my points. My protein intake is as high as it's ever been. My choices are healthier than they have ever been. There are no hidden ketchup points, and my tracker is honest. I drink my water. I am active. I am the model Weight Watcher. So I understand that this could be a plateau. It could be my body's way of saying I need to catch up. It sounds logical that this can be a real thing, yet I don't really believe that. I continue to doubt myself. All I keep thinking is obviously I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I'm disappointing the people around me who are invested in this journey with me, my family, my coworkers, my meeting mates. After I finish with the "this is my fault" script, I move on to what if this is it? What if I can never lose another pound? What if I never get to goal? I am beyond frustrated, yet I know there is no option but to keep doing it. I can't go back. I just can't help feeling discouraged today. Your wingman always, Sharon. Sharon, let's take a moment to celebrate 133-pound weight loss. That's incredible. Think about that for a moment. If you, on August 16th, if you would have come to me and said, hey, I'm thinking of joining, and I would have said, I guarantee you'll be down 133 pounds. I promise you the day on August 16th when you signed up, you would have taken that and ran to the bank with it. Congratulations on that victory. I'm incredibly proud of you. You are ready. Your head is already in the game. Mentally, you have figured out a way to win. You absolutely are an amazing accomplishment. Everything you have done to get down 133 pounds is incredible. It doesn't happen by accident. You can't stumble your way into 133-pound weight loss. I love the middle of your email. It says, you're 21 pounds from goal. Thanksgiving happens. You're tracking everything. You're eating your protein. You're measuring your 0-point foods. You're not overeating. You're rolling over, not rolling over. You're doing everything perfectly awesome. Perfect. That's what you need to do to maintain. So you're following the plan. You're the model Weight Watcher. You're getting it done. You're proving you can handle maintenance. What you're doing now is living an amazing life that you've now built for yourself 133 pounds down. Let's be honest about this journey. So when you were living life 133 pounds heavier, looking at a goal weight was not something that was probably even really on your radar. The only reason now you could actually set your sights on a goal weight that you believe is doable is because you've lost 133 pounds so that you can now see what goal should look like. But let's not stop. Let's not take a moment here. Let's go back and say, wait a minute, you're down 133 pounds. We don't know when you are 133 pounds heavier, we truly don't know what your body is capable of. You're following the plan perfectly. That's all I would ever ask of you or anyone who ever started this journey. So the fact that you're continuing to eat healthy, the fact that you're getting active, you're being active, you're getting your steps, you're drinking your water, the fact that you're tracking everything, that is the celebration. You are at goal. You're doing everything right. You're down 133 pounds. I bet you look amazing. I bet when you pull up a photo from before and now, it's not even the same person. I get where you are. I get where you say you want to lose another 21 pounds. But at this point, I'll reframe exactly what my doctor said to me as I was getting closer to goal. Down 133 pounds, you have regained any health benefit that you ever have lost because of your being overweight. You're now starting to become healthier. You're being more fit. So now the last 20 pounds is really, you're not going to gain any health benefit from these last 21 pounds. Nothing significant anyways. You've already gained that by being down 133. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to celebrate 133-pound weight loss. I want you to continue following the plan exactly how you're following the plan. I want you to go visit with your doctor. I want you to settle in on what you think the goal should be. And then at that point, I want you to continue doing everything you've done. Free your brain from chasing a number that may or may not exist. We won't know that. It may take a while for your body to settle in a little bit more. But I assure you, if you continue to be active, if you continue to not overeat 0-point foods, if you continue to do everything that you did to get to 133 pounds, your body will answer in the best way it knows how. Push out the negative thoughts. Push out that feeling of what if I never get to goal, because clearly you are at goal. You're doing amazing work, and I am incredibly proud of you. Reading an email from someone who's down 133 pounds, it's amazing. There aren't too many people who can say that. You're in a group of very elite people who are super focused, who've gotten it done. Sharon, celebrate that. Continue to do everything you've done, and you will find yourself loving life like no other. Congratulations on that. What an amazing, amazing accomplishment. Health IQ uses science and data to secure lower rates on life insurance for health-conscious people like runners, cyclists, strength trainers, vegans, and more. Like saving money on your car insurance for being a good driver, Health IQ saves you money on your life insurance for living a health-conscious lifestyle. Health IQ is the fastest-growing life insurance company with over $5 billion in coverage. You may be wondering, what if I have a pre-existing condition? Can I still get special rates? You sure can. A previous illness like sleep apnea, heart disease, or diabetes doesn't define you. Managing and overcoming chronic diseases or illnesses is really hard work. It's something they celebrate and absolutely can still get you special rates. I know what you're asking, but FatDag, are Health IQ's special rates just great marketing? Nope, it's way better. 56% of their clients get their exclusive special rates. They're the only company that has invested in gathering science and data to prove that health-conscious people live longer, so Health IQ is the only place you can find the special rates you deserve. I checked it out myself. The quote came in at a lower rate than my current policy. I've gone through the process of getting screened. I have my blood drawn. I talked to Ryan at Health IQ, and he was able to answer all of my questions. To see if you qualify, get your free quote today at healthiq.com/dag. Life insurance companies calculate your policy rates based on your nearest age, not your actual age, and rates increase as you get older. So lock in the best rate possible by getting a free quote today. Visit healthiq.com/dag. I also want to go back to the Wise Wingman group just again because it continues to, the numbers keep piling in. Sue says 52.2. Colleen says down 8. Clarissa says 43. Jackie says 75. Lucy says 46. Daisy 63.8. Brooke says 44.8. Ann says 31.6. And Scott says 121 pounds. Angie says minus 40. Leslie 16.9. Susan 34. Rochelle 160. Lori 42. Chris 163.4. Sarah 103. Shada 45. Kelly 91.6. Lisa 70. Dolly 51.3. You get the picture? Aurora 12.4. Ruth 68.3. Kelly 6.8. Man, this is absolutely doable. I mean, if you don't get that, if you don't get that what we're trying to do is possible, man, you just need to just come join and hang out with this group because this is an amazing group of folks. And before we open the show, I asked them to kind of help me with some input with the show. And Morris right in and says, my wife, Sandy, just had a total knee replacement and she's on Weight Watchers. She's concerned about diminished exercise routines and is wondering if she should reduce her points. Any insight would be appreciated. Well, sure. So here's the deal is we as you work this program, Weight Watchers was designed where, it's just basic, counting of your points. Not all points are created equal. So the plan works without exercise. Don't overthink the plan. Continue to track, continue to follow the plan exactly as it was designed. I believe exercise in the plan is extra credit in your weight loss. So a total knee replacement, you can recover from that. You're going to be just fine. So as you go through that process, continue to be diligent with your app, track everything, make healthy choices, follow the plan, and you will have the results that you're looking for. It's built into the plan. And so activity points in the app, they're certainly there. It's a way you can now earn them. But, my recommendation almost always, it depends on your scenario really, but my recommendation most of the time is to not eat them, which means the plan works without them. So just follow the plan and you'll absolutely get it done. Melanie says, my question would have to deal with how to deal with people who are asking you how many pounds you've lost when you have a very visible job where many people, customers, are within earshot of this. I'm fine with people telling me I look good or asking me if I've lost weight, but I don't know how to politely not answer such a specific question. Well, Melanie, here's what I think is going on. And obviously, your question, I get it. And here's what I think. I think the folks who are asking you that, they're very proud of you. They are, they see the success that you're getting. They see the results that you have. They can notice a physical change in you. So they're proud of you. They are inspired by you. They're actually bragging for you. And so they don't know, I'm sure in a lot of ways they just want you to keep up with the amazing success that you had. They're trying to be encouraging. That's just a complete guess on mine. And so as they ask you that, in a way, they're probably trying to, continue to brag on you a little bit because you're doing amazing work. Clearly, if it's uncomfortable, that's a good opportunity to, maybe pull them aside after and say, I'm very happy with what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep the numbers private, but I say celebrate it because there's so many folks in this world that need to know that this is possible, that this is doable. I think the folks that you work with, I think again, you're such an inspiration to them that they're just proud of you. And so, if that part really bothers you, which I understand, you really do, then that's a one-on-one conversation with those folks. But I'd say smile from ear to ear. And you're absolutely getting it done. Alicia writes in and says, here's my question. Why is lifetime so hard? Well, Alicia, that's an interesting question because I don't believe it is. And here's why. And so I believe lifetime is hard if you're trying to live your old lifestyle in a new body. Your new body doesn't like your new life. Your new body doesn't like your old lifestyle. So when we start struggling on lifetime, I believe, the days that I don't do as well on plan, it's because I'm trying to then, revert to my old ways and trying to blend the two lives together to have this new one, and it just doesn't work. The days that I understand that I've made a completely new life and I've completely changed my mind, those days, lifetime is absolutely easy for me. So I don't, you've heard me say this more than once. I don't struggle on this journey. I have days that I follow the plan. I have days that I'm not real good at following the plan. I call those good days. I have great days and I have good days. But all of the days that I have make lifetime fun for me. I'm enjoying this journey. I know exactly how my scale operates. I know that, if I don't follow the plan, if I don't track what I'm eating, I know the scale's going to increase. I know that. And so I know that if I follow the plan, the scale rewards me and it gets me back in that right direction. So I don't overthink it. I don't believe it's hard. I believe what we're trying to do is you have to completely change your life. You have to adopt the fact that, hey, this is how I work now. I work out more. I eat better. I eat for fuel. And if you do that, and if you truly, wrap your head around that concept, I don't believe lifetime is hard. I don't believe maintaining your weight is hard. But so many of us for so long, in my case exactly, for 20 some years, I didn't live this lifestyle. So I'm taking a 20-year history and now trying to live, the next year and a half with 20 years of bad knowledge. Not easy to do. So the quicker I can reframe my mind and stay in my new lane, stay in my new lifestyle, that's what makes lifetime so easy for me to maintain. Thanks for your question. Daniela says, I don't compliment people on weight loss because I have mixed feelings when people draw attention to mine. Is it rude not to mention the weight to others if they don't at first start the conversation? Well, it's really easy, Daniela. And so I agree with you. Sometimes you don't want to say, hey, are you losing weight? Or sometimes it's hard to tell. In my scenario, it took about 30, 40, 50 pounds, somewhere in that range, for people to really start noticing that I had lost weight. So let's just reframe it that you don't have to compliment someone on their weight loss. You can simply compliment them on looking nice. It's that simple. Hey, you look very nice today. Wow, you look great today. Boy, you look really good today. Man, you look great. That's all you got to say. They will offer up, well, thanks. Just say, it's that simple. You can compliment people on so many different things. You don't have to compliment them on their weight. You can imply it. You can let them know, but just letting them know simply that you've noticed them and that, man, you look great today. Hey, you look good. Real easy to do. So that's how I would approach it, Danielle, is just simply say, man, you look good today. Jan says, I think sometimes people are afraid that you've been ill and they're afraid that's how you've lost the weight. Yeah, that happened to me as well. I remember I went to a conference of folks I haven't seen in a year. I was down probably, I think I was at goal when I went, down 91 pounds. The first day, everyone was afraid to talk to me because they just made the assumption that I was sick. And once the conversation got out that I wasn't, man, they all wanted to know what I was doing. So it's why now I continue to tell the story more often than not, is that I want people to know that this is doable. If you put your focus in, you put your discipline in, you can do this. And so not too many people believe that. And that's why we started this group is that I just want you to believe that this is possible. And so what I mean by that is the one step further is I want you to believe it's actually physically possible to do it. You don't have to be sick. People can actually just take control of their life. And you've heard it again all over the Facebook today, is you can completely change your life. So continue to tell your story, continue to let people know exactly what's going on. And slowly but surely, people all over the planet will believe that it's possible. And then that conversation will be a lot easier down the road. Katie's asked, how do you handle people around you who are supportive in word, but not in their actions? Katie, that is all of life. And how I handle that is I just keep staying in my lane. I keep doing what I do best. And because I'm here to support me, I'm here to make sure that I take care of me first. And how I do that is I tune out all of the negativity. I just have to push it aside. And one of my favorite things that I figured out the other day is I'm busy. You guys know that. The emails I get, the texts I get, the tags I get, they're all over the place. And it pains me. It absolutely pains me that there are people who are asking me questions that I don't have the ability sometimes to respond to. I don't have the bandwidth to bring it all in, and I try very hard. And so if I know that there are people who support me, who want me to do well, who are looking for some help, and I know that I can't reach back and reach them because of the time constraints. And so knowing that I can't reach the people that I like, I'm not going to waste a second on dealing with someone that I don't. Because why would I divert energy that I don't already have to someone who's not supportive of me when I'm already, unfortunately, not able to support those who do? So I focus on me. When I find people who are not of that right mindset, who are not in the same mindset as me regarding me and my goals, that's okay. We don't all have to agree on everything, but I find the folks who understand what I'm going through. I find the folks who want to be and with me and celebrate the journey with me, and that's where I spend my time and effort. So When you find folks who are supportive in word but not in their action, it's time to find folks who are supportive in their word and their action. Do more of that. Stay focused on you and get it done. Victoria says, how does one lose weight with insulin resistance? Well, Victoria, one of the things that, the misnomer on this journey is that we're all starting this journey to lose weight. And sure, that is a goal, but we've talked about more than once. That's the one thing in this journey you actually can't control. You have no ability to control how much weight you will lose or don't lose. But if you turn your focus to eating healthy, to being healthy, it doesn't matter what medicine you're on. It doesn't matter what limitations you have. You can still make better choices. You can still move a little more. You can get some sort of activity in. I'm not saying go to the gym. I'm saying just take another extra step or something small. Eat healthy. Be healthy. When you do all that, your body will adjust. Your body will reward you, regardless of what you're on. And let's just say it doesn't. Let's say whatever medication you're on causes, this not to work. But if you eat healthy and you're eating right and you're eating properly, that's the goal. The benefits you're going to get from that nutrition far outweigh everything else. So that is the focus. So don't focus on the fact that maybe the medicine's preventing you. Just focus now on making the best choices that you can, and I bet you'll be surprised by the results. Last question, Joyce writes in, she says, what are some suggestions for getting more comfortable with our changing bodies and improving our body image, especially if you haven't been on a date in a while? And then she says, I know it's too much information. So here's what I would say, Joyce, is the number one answer to this question is go shopping for clothes that fit. So often as we go through this weight loss process, we don't understand what size clothing we're supposed to be wearing. We pull things out of our closet, they suddenly start fitting better. We're afraid to go down a size because it's just not a size we've ever previously worn. And I remember, even today when I pick up a medium t-shirt, my first reaction is to think it may not fit. But once I put on the medium shirt, it looks way better than the same shirt a size larger. It hugs the body a little differently. It's a little more form-fitting. And you can see the difference in a size clothing that fits properly and a size too big. I've told you before, you can always wear clothing that is too big. And that clothing that's too big, as it drapes over you, it hides the figure that you work so hard to uncover. So put on some clothes, dress nicely, change your outlook in that way, and then just know that you have completely changed your life. You've taken care of yourself, and that is now why you're entering the dating scene. You're entering the dating scene. Congratulations. You're absolutely killing it, Joyce. Way to be the prize and get it done. Roxanne says down 37. Janet says down 131. Kelly says 15.8. Deb says 31.8. Andrea 23.3. Elizabeth 45. Sarah says 63.4. Let's say Lisa says 50.6. Jenna says 20. Marcia, again, 18.2. Pam says 28. Just an amazing list of numbers as we go through this list. Kate says 96. Bonnie says 90. Kelly says 105. Andrea, 31.6. Brandy, 14.8. Tina, 29. Melody, 31. LaDonna, 42. Megan, 43.4. It's just a list of, people just goes on and on and on with amazing weight loss numbers. Maria, 62. Terry, 33. Karen, 66.7. Ann, 41.8. Folks, if you want this journey, it is absolutely yours to have. All you have to do is show up. All you have to do is focus. All you have to do is know that you can do this. It takes focus. It takes discipline. It takes you waking up every single day saying, I want to change my life. You wake up with that fire. You wake up in that mode where you say, I want today to be different, and I'm going to do it. When you get there, we absolutely will celebrate with you. What is it that you're celebrating? Let's share it on the air. Go to FatDag.com, click on WhysAdvice Podcast, send in your celebrations, your comments, your questions. I'll work them in as part of the show. I want you to email in your celebrations because I want you to be proud of what you're doing. You heard the folks, when I put that post on the Wise Wingman Facebook group saying, just give me your number. I tell you, I had my notifications on my phone, and it was about 5 or 6 comments per minute. Every 10 to 15 seconds, I got a notification. I had to turn the notifications off so I could use my phone. Amazing. People want to celebrate. You want to let the world know how awesome you're doing, and I want to help share that story because what we're doing here, it's amazing work. There are people all over the world right now who don't believe this is possible. We just proved that it's possible. Now we will walk with them as they get it done. Well, that's going to do it for this time. Remember that losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goal and go after it. I wish you could focus. Thank you for listening to the WhysAdvice Podcast. Did you know for as little as $1 a month, you can take the next step as a wingman and support the show? Visit FatDag.com, click on Become a Patron today.